The 2008 Zuma scooter, a used 2008 Zuma scooter. I bought this for rides with my kids as they go dirt biking. I can still ride it because it's got the dirt tires on it, and you don't have to kickstart it. It's got an electric start. So let's take it for a ride. One of the cool things about the scooter is it's a hop on and go type of thing. Whereas my motorcycles, usually start them up, warm them up a little bit, then take them for a ride. Another cool thing about it is just its ease of riding through the neighborhoods. You feel like you can just take and go anywhere you want to. You don't have to worry about waking up the neighbors. It's really quiet. I generally don't ride that loud of motorcycles anyways, but it's just super easy to dodge in and out of neighborhoods. As I was saying, I bought this scooter to ride with my kids as we went dirt biking. I used to ride with them with the dirt bike, but basically all you do when you're riding with your kids when they're just learning is pick up their motorcycle, start it, let them ride a little bit, go pick up the motorcycle, start it, or ride a little bit. When I'm on my motorcycle, I had a pretty high performance little bike and I didn't have a kickstand or anything, so I always had to lay it down on its side. With this, it's got a little center stand. I just leave it started, put it on its center stand, go pick up the kid's bike, still start it, same kind of thing, but a little easier on my side. I don't have to restart my bike all the time. And this has electric start as well. Been a lot of fun. Ever since getting it for that, we decided, why not ride it around town? That's what it's for. And so we were riding the heck out of this thing. I think we put a couple 100 miles on it just riding around town. Take it to work and back. I blast around the neighborhoods. If I had to take a shot to the bank, I do that. This is kind of cool because you just go right through the center of the speed bumps. You don't have to go over them if they've got a brake. I do the same thing on a motorcycle though, but again, quite a blast. Oh, slow down. How fast am I going? Oh, 35, 34, 33. Okay. I should say something about that. This thing used to only do about 32 miles an hour. It's a 2008. And for 2008 through 2011, they still made the two-stroke Zuma 50, which I prefer the two-stroke. It's a little tiny motor, but on two-stroke it kind of gets up and goes pretty good. They had to meet the emission controls for California and other states, and to do so, they had to do a few things. One of the things that they had to do was to limit the carbon dioxide or carbon monoxide, whatever it is, the poison gases. So they put on a smaller carburetor so it just uses less fuel. The second thing they did is limited the amount of throttle you could give it. And on the throttle linkage, there is a cam, and it's a throttle linkage or throttle cable cam, throttle linkage cam, one or the other. And on that cam, they made it much larger where the stops are, so that you can only give it about half throttle, possibly three-quarter, right? It's about half to three-quarter throttle. And what I did is went in and cut that part off, so it's the same as it used to be in 2003 and earlier Zuma 50s. If you guys want, I can upload directions on that, or you can find it on YouTube. But it makes the scooter go from what it used to be is top speed of about 32 to it easily goes up to 40 and up to 42 miles an hour pretty easily. And that's necessary in some of these back roads. A road I'll go on to next, I think the speed limit's about 40, 45. And if you're doing 30, you're going to get, you're going to get some people in cars that don't want you there. So just blasting around town, this is the greatest little thing. We've been having a blast. I love it. I call it the tool of choice for around town. Super easy, but parking anywhere. Nobody seems to mind if you park a scooter on the sidewalk. You can park between cars. You can park it in those little spots that are at the edge of each parking lot where they've got a little corner piece. You can park it there. I park my motorcycle there. People give me a, evil eye or something, but on the scooter they just don't seem to care. Also cruising along, I cruise along about 40 miles an hour, which I think is the speed limit here. You're cruising through town and you are caught speeding, which I've seen the police look at me a couple times because I've been going through a neighborhood and didn't look down and I was doing 35 instead of 25. And they just kind of look the other way. They might because they don't want you to see them laughing, but hey, I'll take that. Better than a ticket. Up 40 mile an hour speed limit here, so we'll rocket up to 40 miles an hour. Not quite. But scooters are super maneuverable. They're very user friendly, and I will tell you, this is the tool of choice for around town. One of the things that might be worth mentioning, this is actually a 29th motorcycle, if you want to call it a motorcycle, that I've had. And it's one of the funnest. One of the more fun. Anyways, that's just a quick tour, and I'm going to park it over here under the tree where we started, and that is the Zuma 50. This one's a 2008. I think the 2003s, 2000 anything. If you get the 2008 or above, you're going to need to make that modification, otherwise the thing's going to be slow as all hell.